The year is 1943. The world is engulfed in the flames of World War II. The United States, once hesitant to join the conflict, has been drawn into the global fight against tyranny. Across the Atlantic, the battlefields of North Africa have become a crucial theater of war. This is where young American soldiers, many untested in the fires of combat, will face their baptism by fire. North Africa held immense strategic importance. Control of the Mediterranean Sea, a vital lifeline for supplies and troops, hung in the balance. The Axis powers, led by Germany's Erwin Rommel, the Desert Fox, aimed to seize control of the Suez Canal, a strategic prize that would cripple Allied supply lines to the east. For the United States, securing North Africa was not just about halting Rommel's advance. It was about establishing a foothold in Europe, a launching pad for future offensives against the heart of the Nazi war machine. The task ahead was formidable. The American troops, lacking experience and facing a seasoned enemy, had their work cut out for them. But these young men, hailing from farms and cities across the United States, carried with them the unwavering spirit of a nation fighting for freedom. They were determined to prove their mettle against the vaunted Afrika Korps. The fate of the free world, it seemed, hung in the balance. The Battle of Kasserine Pass, fought in February 1943, was a brutal introduction to warfare for the American forces. The battle took place in the rugged terrain of western Tunisia, where the Atlas Mountains provided a natural fortress for the Axis defenders. The Americans, led by General Lloyd Friedendahl, were ill-prepared for the ferocity of the German attack. Rommel, sensing an opportunity to crush the inexperienced American forces, unleashed his panzers in a lightning assault. The American lines crumbled under the weight of the German attack. Communication breakdowns, logistical nightmares, and a lack of coordination between units plagued the American defense. The Germans, masters of mobile warfare, exploited every gap, every moment of hesitation. Tanks and infantry punched through American defenses, sending shockwaves through the Allied ranks. The Americans fought bravely, but their lack of experience proved costly. Kasserine Pass was a stinging defeat for the United States Army, exposing its vulnerabilities and the steep learning curve it faced in this new kind of mechanized warfare. The casualties were heavy, the morale shaken, but amidst the defeat, there were glimmers of hope. The Americans had shown resilience under fire, holding their ground against overwhelming odds in some sectors. And perhaps most importantly, Kasserine Pass served as a harsh but invaluable lesson. The Americans had been bloodied but not broken. They would learn from their mistakes, regroup, and emerge stronger, ready to face their enemy on the field of battle once more. In the aftermath of Kasserine Pass, a sense of urgency gripped the Allied high command. The Americans, their confidence shaken, needed a victory to turn the tide in North Africa. That victory would come with Operation Torch, a daring amphibious landing on the shores of French North Africa. Launched in November 1942, Operation Torch aimed to seize key ports and airfields in Morocco and Algeria, outflanking the Axis forces and opening a new front in the west. The operation was a massive undertaking involving a vast armada of ships and thousands of troops. The landings, while met with some resistance, were ultimately successful. The Americans, bolstered by British forces, secured their objectives, driving deep into the North African interior. The success of Operation Torch had a profound impact on the war in North Africa. It shifted the strategic initiative to the Allies, forcing Rommel to divert troops from the east to counter the new threat. Moreover, it demonstrated the growing military might of the United States, signaling to the world that America was a force to be reckoned with. Operation Torch was more than just a military victory. It was a psychological triumph. It breathed new life into the Allied cause, proving that the Axis powers were not invincible. The tide was turning, and the road to victory, though long and arduous, was now within sight.